All right, now people are logging in. Kim and Randy. Yeah, some of our favorite people here. Monique, Belle, yep. Recognize those names. Tony. Hi, Tony. All right, we'll give it another minute for a few more to log in and then we'll get started. Hey, Belle. Do you all have a preference if people have a question or a comment to raise their hand or put it in the chat? I can unmute anybody that we need to.
I'm fine either way. They can.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. There's Chris, Danetta. All right. We've got a lot of our usual suspects signing in here. We'll give it about one more minute. All right, I think we've got enough people to get started here. Welcome to the community table, everybody. We are focusing today on some resources for families and early childhood needs. So I'm going to turn it over to our presenters and let them each tell you a little bit about who they are and what they have to offer. The first one is Robin Gillespie.
Hi, everyone. I'm Robin Gillespie, and I work for Louisville Metro Public Health and Wellness for the WIC program, if many of you are familiar with that. I have been with Louisville Metro for 24 years now, so a long time, and I've worked in WIC the entire time. So I'm pretty well versed in WIC. I'm very passionate about WIC and what it does for the community. So, yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Hi, I'm Dawn Thompson. I'm the Assistant Director at Community Coordinated Childcare. 4C, as we're known in the community. 4C is a local resource and referral agency here in Louisville. And I've been with the agency since 2000.
And hello, I'm Juliana Clark. I'm at the Healthy Start Manager for Louisville Metro Healthy Start at the Health Department. I've been with the program about a little over a year now, but been in the community and doing similar work for about 5 years.
All right, Robin, why don't you just jump in then and tell us about services and how to get signed up and all those good things.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, just a second. Let me pull it up. All right, just a second. Whoops. Okay. And let me go ahead and get it going. Sorry. Okay. So thanks everyone for joining this. I'm going to talk a little bit about WIC today. So first, what is WIC? So many of you are probably wondering what is WIC if you've never heard of it before. But WIC actually stands for Women, Infants, and Children, and it is a federally funded program that provides supplemental foods, healthcare referrals, and nutrition education to low-income pregnant, breastfeeding, and non-breastfeeding postpartum women. and to infants and children up to the age of 5 who are found to be at nutritional risk. Who is eligible for WIC? Like I said in the previous slide, pregnant women, postpartum, breastfeeding women, infants and children up to the age of 5 are eligible. They also must meet income guidelines, a state residency requirement, and be individually determined to be at nutritional risk by a health professional. So to be eligible on the basis of income, an applicant's gross income before taxes are withheld must fall at or below 185th% of the U.S. poverty income guidelines. And so this kind of gives you an idea of what that looks like, of what our current guidelines are, and those do change yearly. So this is the current, for 2024, going into 2025. This is the current guidelines that we have. And also, if a parent or the participant or their parent is eligible for Medicaid, that automatically makes them eligible for WIC.
Robin, is that a fiscal year or a calendar year?
Fiscal,
Okay.
yeah. What food benefits do WIC participants receive? WIC foods include infant cereal, and baby food is also on this, iron fortified adult cereal, vitamin C rich fruit or vegetable juice, eggs, milk, cheese, peanut butter, dried and canned beans, peas, canned fish, soy-based vegetable or beverages, tofu. You also get a voucher for fruits and vegetables, baby foods, and then whole wheat bread and other whole grain options. So it's definitely expanded over the years. When I first started here, like I said, 24 years ago, we've come a very long way. We also have the fruits and vegetables added, which is a dollar amount. So people can go over to the produce and buy fresh fruits and vegetables, which is huge. And we also just picked up the fact that they can order or they can have canned fruits and vegetables as well. So that's very recent. Breastfeeding, WIC also recognizes and promotes breastfeeding as the optimal source of nutrition for infants. But we also recognize that breastfeeding is not for everyone. So therefore, WIC does offer iron fortified infant formula for those that are not fully breastfed or partially breastfeeding. Special infant formulas and medical foods may also be provided when prescribed by a physician for a specified medical condition. So other infant formulas that are special to a child's needs, those can be also gotten with WIC just with a prescription. We also offer breastfeeding support. WIC can help answer questions, offer support, and make someone's breastfeeding journey easier. We offer breastfeeding peer counselors, which is a peer counselor is a mother in the community that has personal breastfeeding experience who is trained to give information and support to new moms. She will act as a mentor, coach, and support them. So they're not really like a lactation consultant or anything, but they're one of the requirements is that they have been on WIC before. So they try to give that personal experience of their own of what they went through to support that mom in her breastfeeding journey. We also offer a designated breastfeeding expert for like those complex breastfeeding challenges. This is someone with special experience and training who can help with like latching, milk supply issues, and other things that are outside of the realm of the peer counselor. What are the locations for WIC? The locations we have right now are Dixie, which is out on Dixie Highway. We have one in Fairdale in the Neighborhood Place. We have one in Newburgh, and we have one at L&N, which is downtown at the L&N building. We also have 2 locations at birthing hospitals at U of L and Baptist. So for those moms that give birth in those hospitals, we can also add their babies on and have the moms added on to WIC there as well. How do I make an appointment for WIC? So we have a call center. And so this phone line does not go directly into the clinics, but it does go to our call center, and that's where they would make appointments. They can answer questions about WIC as well. And then, of course, we have, for more information on Louisville WIC, we have our website here that has a lot more information about the benefits, the WIC Shopper app, things like that for people who are inquiring about WIC or who currently have WIC. And that's all I have. Does anyone have any questions for me?
Robin, when should a pregnant person apply for WIC?
They should apply as soon as they find out that they're pregnant. They should call and make an appointment.
Okay. So they don't have to wait until after a child is born or be, in the 7th or 8th month or anything like that.
No, we actually encourage them to get on as soon as possible because WIC does provide some nutrition education for prenatal women
Uh-huh.
and referrals to other programs that could assist them.
Okay. And how long does it take to get approved?
So they'll make the appointment. They usually will get in within the couple weeks, and then once they're in there and they get certified, they'll get benefits that day. So they'll
Okay.
leave and be able to go to the store that day.
Okay, good. And tell me again, how long are the benefits good for?
So all during pregnancy and then up to 6 months postpartum
Mhm.
if they're not breastfeeding. If they're breastfeeding, they can stay on mom can stay on up to a year. And then infants and children will stay on till they're 5 years of age.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think that's the thing that so many parents don't know when we're talking to parents. They think that it's only during, while the infant is on formula.
Yes.
So many parents just forget or don't know that the child can stay on until they're 5. And I think that's
Right,
the most
and we see
awesome
that a
thing.
lot.
Mhm.
Yeah, and with the expansion of WIC with what they can get now as supplemental, like with the fruits and vegetables, and that monetary amount has went up since COVID, which is really good. And
Mhm.
in 2026, they're even expanding it even more. So I think now it's real important to, let these moms know that you can get this in addition to your food stamps and things like that, so that can be used for something else. But yeah, it's real important to let them know that they can be on till they're 5 years old.
Yep. Sorry, I'm a huge fan of Wix, so
No, oh, thank you. Me too. That's why I've been in it for so long.
Somebody asked if you go over the income requirement again.
Oh, yes. So, and you can find this on our website too if you but it has to be at or below the 185th percentile of the poverty level, which is what would qualify you for Medicaid and food stamps as well. So, if someone is on Medicaid and food stamps, they will automatically qualify for WIC.
What about recertifications?
So right now, what we're doing is, so they'll come in, a mom will come in, and typically a child would have to be recertified at 6 months. Well, now we actually have a waiver in place since COVID, so that to enable more people to access it and not have to call off work and things like that. So
Mhm.
now they're able to get recertified at a year. So it's good. So when they come in, they're good for a year of in-person appointments. So the
Okay.
rest of the year potentially can just be all over the phone.
Oh, good. That
Yeah.
makes it a lot easier.
Yes, it does. And they
And
get
does somebody have
talk
to
to them
have
every
a
3 months.
permanent address? Because, our clients are in shelters. Some may even be out on the streets. So, does that make a difference?
We do have to have an address per se, but they can be in a shelter, or they can use
Mhm.
that. And we do have WIC also has partnerships with shelters so that the shelters will know that if this person does have these kinds of foods, and we do have packages that are for those that don't have refrigeration, things like that. So they would have like powdered milk, things like that. So that, but we do have these partnerships with shelters stating that they will keep their food separate from like everyone so that they would only be able to use their food.
That's really helpful. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anybody else have questions? All right. I don't see any raised hands or anything in the chat. Thank you, Robin. That was really good information.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to move on to Dawn now, and you can tell us about your piece of this puzzle and how our clients can benefit.
Sure. So at 4C, we work with childcare providers typically. We work with parents in the community that are looking for childcare. We offer a referral service for parents that are searching for childcare. I'm going to put our website in the chat so that if you want to take a look at it while I'm talking, or if you need that to refer to parents that are searching for childcare. This is a tool for folks that are looking for childcare. It can be used for any address, sometimes where they live, where they work. It can be close to a shelter. This is going to be searching for childcare that is regulated. So this is going to be licensed or certified childcare. And what this is going to do is give them a list of childcare within a 2 to 3 mile radius of the address that they're looking for. It's going to be a list of childcare that it kind of narrows down that list instead of a Google search or anything or something like that. So we also offer some tips on our website of how to look for childcare, because looking for childcare can be really overwhelming if you don't know what you're looking for, if you've never had to do that before. So there are there's a whole parent section of our website that helps people know what to look for when they know what questions to ask, know what to expect when they walk into a childcare facility. So those are some things that are on our website that we encourage people to do. We offer those services to folks that are searching for childcare. The other things that we do at 4C, we help people that are in a place that they want to open a family childcare. So this is not necessarily something that homeless folks might be interested in a shelter situation. But if at some point in time they are looking for something to start a business, it is something that, we offer to people that are starting out in a home. And so family childcare is something that's really important to those folks that are opening childcare facilities in their home. But family childcare is something that we do like to talk about to the community, because family childcare is something that is a smaller group setting, and it's something that's important to the community because it is it's a niche of childcare. It's not the big centers that you see out, and it keeps sibling groups together. It keeps the families together. It keeps your siblings together, and it's more a home-like setting. So we do, people don't always recognize those as a regulated type of childcare. And so we like to make sure that people are aware that those are, regulated childcare. So the list that's available to those folks does include those family childcare settings. And so we like to make sure that everybody's aware that those are something that, it's an option for people that are looking for childcare. Childcare is, something that is, it's kind of hard to find. Other things that we do here at 4C, we are part of the Greater Louisville Head Start. Head Start is a service there are 2 grantees here in Louisville. One is OVEC and one is Greater Louisville Head Start. Also on our website, you can apply for Head Start services. Head Start is available to all of Louisville, all of Jefferson County. If you are not in our zip code, you can still apply on our website, and we'll make sure we get you to the other grantee, and that, so that you are being served. And there are, Head Start services are available for birth through 5-year-olds. There are several childcare centers that are here in Louisville that are offering Head Start services. That is also available on our website, and you can take a look at that. And we partner with Family and Children's Place to offer Head Start services. We do some advocacy work, and that's the really important part of the program that offers. We don't do CCAP anymore, and that is the Child Care Assistance Program. And that's usually what everybody still thinks of 4C for. They are still looking for us to do the child care assistance program where we offer where we used to offer the eligibility services and those kind of things. Everybody still refers to it as their 4C. We don't do that. We haven't done it since 2012, but everybody kind of still looks for us for that reason. But we do still advocate for that. We do still, try to make sure that the eligibility is there for folks, and that the provider reimbursement rates are top of our legislators' mind, and that's being funded at the to meet the needs of those folks. So we're still advocating for that at every turn. And even though this is not a budget year, we are still making sure that it's being, at top of the list for childcare. We offer, trainings and food program supports and all of those things that are necessary for our educators in the classroom. But it's those type of services that the parents are looking for that I think y'all are most interested in. And like I said, those are our childcare referral services and things that are like how to locate services. And all of that's available on our website.
Okay. What questions or comments do you have for Dawn? I have one. Could you talk a little bit more about Head Start? Like, who are the target kids for that? Qualifications, that kind of stuff.
Sure. So Head Start has an income guideline of 100% of the FPL. They also accept children with disabilities. There are, like I said, there are zip codes that divvy up between the two grantees, but we work with the other grantee really well. So if you apply on our website and you're not in one of the zip codes, we work with the other grantee because all of Jefferson County is covered. That doesn't exclude anybody. It's the zip codes are split up within the two grantees. But the qualifications are the same for Head Start regardless. And like I said, it's 100% of the FPL or a disability.
Okay. What would be a good way to talk to parents about the benefits of Head Start?
Oh, Head Start's fabulous. There are Head Start is not only care that is, it's not only care simply just like childcare. Head Start offers exceptionally high quality childcare and some really fantastic centers here in Jefferson County. But it is really one of those services that kind of encompasses the whole family. They have family advocates that work with the families to make sure that family needs are met. They have health and service or health and health coaches that are there to make sure that the health needs are being met. They are truly serving the entire family. They're nutritious meals that the kids are receiving while they are in care. They are trying to make sure that the needs of the entire family as well as the child are being met, as well as receiving exceptionally high quality care from skilled educators while they're in care. So Head Start is a fabulous program. Early Head Start is available for kids that are birth through 3. Head Start is available, or birth through 2. Head Start is available for 3 through 5.
Okay.
And then, I'm sorry, I should also mention that Family and Children's Place also offers home-based care for those children who are not in centers. So those folks that are looking for those educational services while they are at home and they're not in a formalized care setting, there are services that are available to those children that are in home settings as well.
So if somebody had a small child that they weren't sure what their child needed or qualified for, they could go to your website and get some guidance on a variety of things, it sounds like.
Absolutely. If they were looking for just a childcare center, they could request a list of just the childcare centers near them. And then the Greater Louisville Head Start, they could find out if they qualify for it and if they are, eligible for that service as well. And that's all under, there's a tab for parents, and it's all under the parent tab.
Okay, and Julie's asking, would Head Start work with children with suspected disabilities, or would they need to be diagnosed prior?
So that is an excellent question, and I'm going to give you an answer that I'm not 100% on. Stephanie Goebel is our director of services for that, and she would be the one that I can put her email in the chat as soon as I finish talking to make sure that I get it right. And you could reach out to her and ask you that, but I'm going to give you the answer that I'm fairly solid on, but I'm not sure. I know they will accept children with suspected disabilities, but but they would ask for documentation, and they would work with mom to get that. The disability, if it's the disability that is making them eligible, I think that would be the piece that would, if that's the only thing that's making the child eligible, then they would have to have that before. But if the child was already eligible, I don't think that would hold them. That's not holding them up. Am I answering that correctly? Did I answer that, or did I not understand your question?
Julie? Did that answer it? All right, if no other questions or comments for Dawn, I'm gonna jump over to Juliana Clark. And you can give us your spiel, your dog and pony show now.
Okay, I have a little presentation. I'll share my screen.
Okay.
Okay, can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so yes, I'm Juliana Clark. I'm from Louisville Metro Healthy Start. So a little background about Healthy Start. We've been actively serving Louisville families since 1998. It's our 25-year anniversary. Woo! And we just recently got refunded for this most recent grant cycle. So we're funded all the way through 2029. And we are a federally funded program through HRSA. And our goal is to improve maternal health outcomes and reduce infant mortality by working with pregnant people, postpartum people, and families. And we do kind of have a two-pronged approach with direct services, which is probably what you all will be most interested in. But we do have an advocacy arm to us, and it's Healthy Babies Louisville. I'll talk a little bit about that later. So Louisville Metro Healthy Start, there's 2 grantees in our area. And so Healthy Start is all throughout Jefferson County, and we are in specific zip codes. And the specific zip codes that my program is in are 40203, 40208, 15, 18, 19, 58, 72, 10, and 12. And there is a mapping tool that is on this slide. So if you have any concerns about who to send those to, you can use the mapping tool, or you can even just send them to us or send them to the other grantee, and we'll definitely make sure people get in the right areas and programs that they need to get into. And then eligibility for Healthy Start. So all it is, you have to live in the service area, have an infant or child up to 18 months. And then we also serve pregnant and postpartum birthing people. These 2 are the most important. You really just have to have an infant up to 18 months, or be pregnant or live in our service area. And there's no income requirements at all. So our direct service, we have some continuing from our last grant cycles and some new that we're super excited about. So what's continuing is case management through virtual and in-person home visitation. We typically have those monthly or quarterly depending. And then we also provide a connection to services. All of our staff are CHWs or nurses, and they're very knowledgeable around the resources that are in Louisville. And so we try to provide warm handoffs to any referral sources that a client may need. And then what's new in this grant cycle, starting this year up until 2029, we now have doulas and a nurse midwife. We're contracted with them through a Granny's Birth Initiative, as well as access to mental health services through an LCSW. And both of those services are free to our participants in case management, which we're really excited about. And then we also have health education cohorts, which I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. And then we also have a 502 fatherhood coordinator. So 502 Fathers is our fatherhood program specifically for fathers. And what that fatherhood coordinator does is recruits fathers from the community. He does group education. He also does individual case management with fathers, just to try to get fathers more involved in the child's life, and just to talk about things that affect fathers in just a confidential and comforting space for them. And then our health education cohorts. So new this grant cycle, we have parenting series, we have safety series, a what to expect series, we have educational baby showers. We also have nutrition series. And within these series, anyone can come to these, anyone from the community. You don't have to live in our zip code. Anyone is invited. We currently have a nutrition / cooking skills class with the UK Extension Office. And it's really, really great. Anyone can come. We're raffling off small appliances every week, which has been super fun. We have like air fryers, blenders, I forget, toaster ovens, a whole bunch of different things. And each of these classes will be giving different incentives. Like at the safety series, we may give out pack and plays or car seats, just depending on the need of the people in the classes and the community. And then
Go back just a minute and talk a little more about the educational baby shower.
Yeah, so at our educational baby showers, we cover topics such as breastfeeding, safe sleep, car seat safety, and sometimes we cover parenting tactics or parenting topics in those classes. But it's mostly like safe sleep, breastfeeding, yeah, and car seat safety. And then occasionally we will have guest speakers talking about lead, or sometimes we may have WIC come in. So yeah, and we give out diapers at those two, diapers, wipes, some other incentives that we have if they're available. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. And so these are incentives we give to our people in case management as we have them available. So we give away infant and convertible car seats, pack and plays, strollers, diapers, wipes. We also have Kroger Boost memberships, and that's a free grocery delivery, or that's a grocery delivery service through Kroger. And we have free memberships for those in case management. And then we also give away maternity clothing, as well as infant and child clothing as we have available those resources. We also have toys sometimes. It really depends on the budget or as we get donations. We have books as well. So we have a lot of good stuff that we give out to people. And then onto our advocacy arm. So Healthy Babies Louisville, or it's also called the Community Consortium per our federal agency. But we have, in this advocacy group, we have about 75 members from various sectors of the community. So people with lived experience, people from government agencies, nonprofits, churches, hospitals, MCOs, really a wide range of people come to these meetings and are involved with our advocacy group. And right now we're working on prenatal. We're just kind of doing our focus for the next couple of years. And right now we're trying to pin down a topic around prenatal care. And we also have 4 subcommittees right here: breastfeeding. We have our parent community advisory board. We have a doula work group, a fatherhood work group. And then some accomplishments that Healthy Babies Louisville has done in the past is we have funded 6 ARP projects around maternal and child health. And all of these projects are a little different. Some of them gave out safe sleep materials. Some, like the Nest, gave out formula, diapers, wipes, diaper cream, I think. And then BBJ gave out educational, they gave an educational cohort and classes. But yeah, we've given out money to people, to partners in Healthy Babies Louisville. Our parent advisory council has also done a fatherhood resource fair that was in June. And we had a good turnout there. We gave some good information. We had food. It was a good time. And then we also collaborate with partners for grant needs. So if anyone needs help on a grant application, we're open to helping them. We also have collaborated on grant applications. So we've kind of co-written and co-submitted with them if it aligns with both of our goals and it makes sense.
So you could theoretically partner with a homeless shelter if it was like a family shelter. Then that's something you could support them with in applying for other funding if they were serving moms and kids and babies.
Yeah, if it makes sense for both of us and it meets both of our goals, yeah, we've partnered with some organizations in the past to go after funding, and yeah, we're able to help, if not submit the grant application together, like helping to kind of formulate what that would look like or what a partnership would look like. Yeah.
Okay, that's really good to know.
Yeah. And some ways to contact us are by phone, by email. We also have a referral form that's a fillable PDF, or you can print it out to fill in a participant's information that you think would be a good fit for our program. Or if that's too much, you can also call us or email us the information. We're pretty flexible around there. And then here's our websites for Healthy Start in case you want to learn more. And then here's Healthy Babies Louisville. And yeah, that's all.
All right, what questions or comments do you have for Juliana? Okay, and please make note that there's some links in the chat. If you haven't looked at those, go ahead and please open up your chat and jot those down or copy and paste. These are links that you want to have. Okay. Let's I thought I saw a hand. I did not. Okay. Well, Robin and Dawn and Juliana, is there anything else that you can think of that we need to know, or any comments or questions for us?
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. You've given us a lot of information in a short amount of time. It's going to take a little bit to digest all of it. If you've got anything that I can distribute, just please send it to me and I can get it out to everybody that's participated today. And the recording of this will be up on the coalition's website in a few days. And so if there was something you want to go back and listen to again, you can get it on there. If you need that link, send me an email and I can send that to you. And once you log out of the meeting, you will get a survey. Please complete your survey. We take those seriously. And thank you everybody for coming. And friends, thank you so much for giving us this valuable information. And I think it's going to help us continue to provide better services for our homeless families. Thank you all so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.